When the top gets to get a little bit dry, go ahead and make sure that you water it. But on the other hand, it does not like to have. Hi, I'm Kim from the Tye-Dyed plant team, and today we're going to be talking about a really pretty plant. This is the Rex Begonia. Now, many begonias and some that you might have in your garden during the springtime are known for their flowers. They have just plain green leaves. Their leaves and the stems are a little bit hairy, and they put out a small white, sometimes pink flower with a little yellow center. This begonia is not really known for its flowers. It's just known for its plain beauty. It's just got beautiful color leaves. Something to think about when you see a really pretty plant, generally speaking, it's going to be high maintenance. That's the case with the Rex Begonia. Pretty cars are high maintenance. Pretty houses are high maintenance. When I was in high school, had a lady classmate, was really, really pretty, just never had a boyfriend. High maintenance. So that's the same with this plant. So if you're just starting out in the plant world, you might want to ease your way into this or put it on your to-do list because it is a little bit tough to work with. In terms of light, and that's one of the key things here, it likes indirect sunlight, but if it gets maybe an hour to 2 hours of direct sunlight every other day, it brings out the color in the leaves. If it gets too much direct sunlight, the leaves are going to fry. So you really have to be careful with how you do the light. If you want to bring out the colors, a little bit of direct sunlight during the day. Soil needs to be well-drained soil, like most of the soils that we have. It doesn't need to be, but it does better with organic soil, and I'll show you some of that we have here in the shop here in just a minute. In terms of watering, it does like to be moist. Just check it out on the top, either with your finger or with a hydrometer. When the top gets to get a little bit dry, go ahead and make sure that you water it. But on the other hand, it does not like to have wet feet. So if you have a saucer or drainage saucer underneath that catches the water as it comes through the drainage holes, it needs to be dry. What some folks will do is get a little larger pot that does not have drainage holes, and when you water, you just go ahead and water your Rex Begonia, sit it into that pot, and any water that drips out is just going to go into the pot without drainage holes, and then after a while you can just take this out and put it back where you need to. It does like humidity. Doesn't necessarily like to have its leaves misted though, so it's one of those plants where from a humidity perspective, if you have a tray with pebbles, and on those pebbles you put water, as that water naturally evaporates, it'll give your Rex Begonia the proper amount of humidity. The other way to do it, which again is a little bit more costly, a little bit more high maintenance, is if you have a humidifier in the area where you have all of your plants that like humidity. That will get the same thing going. It does well in terrariums. Don't want to put it in a habitat because it is toxic. It's toxic to your pets, it's toxic to people. Really, it is toxic to horses also. Don't know why that is especially the case. And the roots are a little bit more toxic than the leaves. Now, don't get me wrong, the leaves are toxic, but the real toxicity comes out here in the roots. Really a pretty plant. If you're looking at, like I said, put it in a terrarium has some natural humidity in there, that will work quite well. The light, you need to be careful with the light. Make sure you get direct sunlight if you want to get those colors going well. And in terms of the soil, we were talking about organic soil, and we have this in various sizes in the shop. Organic soil is not going to have a dirt that's inserted with chemicals. It's going to be natural chemistry. It's going to be worm castings. It might be kelp. It might be seaweed, other things like that that just are naturally good for your plants. So this plant is going to do a little bit better with your organic soil. It's a great plant. It's a pretty plant, a little bit high maintenance. It is our plant of the week, the Rex Begonia.